Hello, so with DR.RATIO finally being released, it's time for another guide. In this guide we're gonna be discussing his kit, best light cones, relics and teams with a showcase at the end. Please consider subscribing on YouTube and following me on Twitch, and without further ado let's get into the video. Let's look at his kit first. DR.RATIO's skill deals imaginary damage to one enemy and debuffs them. His skill also has great synergy with his talent, since it allows him to do a follow-up attack at a certain chance after using his skill. DR.RATIO has a chance of launching a follow-up attack on a single target after using his skill for each debuff the target enemy has. The fixed chance of launching the follow-up attack increases. This means that DR.RATIO will likely work well with Nihility characters, especially Welt. His ultimate deals imaginary damage to a single enemy target and applies Wiseman's Folly. When all other allies attack targets affected with Wiseman's Folly, DR.RATIO will launch a follow-up attack on them. DR.RATIO's technique can create a special dimension that taunts nearby enemies. After entering battle with enemies in the dimension, there is a base chance to reduce the enemy's speed. Now for his light cones, his best one overall is gonna be his signature Baptism of Pure Thought, but if you don't wanna pull for it, here are alternative light cones that work well for him. Now for relics, his best set is gonna be 4-piece Wastelander, but you can also mix it with 2-piece Ash Blazing Grand Duke or Musketeer of Wild Wheat. For planar ornaments, his best set is gonna be Inert Salata followed by Firmament and Space Sealing Station, and these are the stats you're gonna wanna look for. Now for teams, a free-to-play DR.RATIO team is gonna consist of him, Yukong, Asta and either Natasha or Lynx, but for a general team, since he does work well with debuffers, I would use him, Topaz, Sliver Wolf and Huo. And finally a mono imaginary team is gonna have him, Yukong or Welt, Sliver Wolf and Luoka.
You learn to know yourself before your...
Do we still have the upper hand?
This ends here.
Your answers? Test. 0 points.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
This ends here.
Answer me. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Commencing support.
0 points. I'm asking questions.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
This ends here.
Your answers? Test. 0 points.
Now that's gonna be it for my guide on DR.RATIO. If you guys enjoyed this guide, feel free to like the video and follow me over on Twitch, as I'm live there somewhat every week. But until next time, I'm signing out.